back playing Endless Sky. Uh, Blue Gremlin is our pilot. Current ship is the Flower. We are in Rand, and we've just gotten the mission to crash an asteroid into the planet, which should be fun. There's 3 pirate jobs available. Let's do those and then we'll take care of the asteroid. So, light pirate warship, light pirate entering, and a well-armed pirate jump away. Now, jump away could be 3 different places. 2 of these pirates are jump away. So we'll wait for the one to enter and then we'll go down here and see what this little dead end is. And then we'll go back. So we are set to launch. We're not going to carry any. Oh, gotta sell this. We're going to have any goodies with us. Pay the bank. Let's pay the bank 250,000. So, okay. Oh my, there's a big pirate ship. That's not the one we're supposed to capture. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them coming in. This is not good. Only got the one that was on our target list. Got a bunch of little ones. Oh, now this is not good. We're losing ships. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. There it is. Target ship came in. It's Quicksilver. Also a couple of little sparrows. We should be able to take care of those. So let's grab that Quicksilver first off and get paid. The stupid Navy gunboat is still following us. And he might destroy this sparrow before we can get to it to capture it. Because that's what they do, is destroy pirates rather than capture them. Even though they all have brakes. Alright, let's go down here and see what we got. There it is. Alright, so we captured a couple ships. Got paid for that one, and then this is a little scrapper. The ones we captured, they just get destroyed here. As long as none of our major capital ships get destroyed. We got a modified Argosy. Showed up. What the heck? Wow. There's a lot of pirate activity in this system. Oh, look, a nest. That's a carrier of sorts. He's just blasting around with his afterburner. Let's just get everybody to gather around. Flagship's getting hard to control. Alright, let's find this asteroid that we're supposed to... Target asteroid, there it is. Let's board it. Good grief. Nah, this is crazy. We gotta start over. Just too many pirates. Grab this argosy if we can. Alright, let's catch that asteroid. Now there's this random asteroid. And we're going to attach when you land. The sky already seems noticeably darker than before. Eric runs up to your ship. You did it, he says, excited. A perfect hit. Now we just have to wait and see what the results are. Meet us at the spaceport bar again in a few hours, and Amy will have her initial measurements ready. Hand you a credit chip for 20,000 credits. Great. So we crashed the asteroid into the ice cap. Great success. Good job, everybody. It's crazy. Let's go back to the spaceport. By the time you meet up with Eric, Alaric, and Amy, the cloud cover already seems to have visibly increased. Amy is very enthusiastic. Atmospheric water vapor is on the rise, she says. The impact vaporized enough ice to form a small ocean. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a rainstorm here in a day or two. What's next, you ask? She says, I'd like to travel with you to New Portland and collect some seeds and cuttings from plants that can handle a cooler world with dimmer light, since that's what we'll have here until the dust settles down. I'd say we'll need about 10 tons of cargo space. I'll be glad to take you there. Yes, I will. All right, so uh, more pirate job. We're going down here to uh, New Portland, Delta Sagittarii. We also need to sell a bunch of ships, but let's do this first. Looks like they're paying 200 for heavy metals down there. So we'll take that and we'll depart. And we'll form up in a square and jump. And that stupid Navy ship is still following us. How are we going to get rid of that? Oh, here's a ship that we had contracted for. Got it. Okay. Let's capture him. There we go. And got him. There are just a lot of pirates in this area. There's this Grounger. And look at that. That stupid Navy gunship destroyed it before we could capture it. Alright, off to Delta Sagittarii. Gotta keep 10 tons of space free for Amy. As soon as you land, Amy heads off to meet with some local biologists who she contacted during the trip over here. We'll be back in the spaceport in 2 hours. Be sure to have 10 tons of cargo space free. You got it. What jobs do we have here? Medium pirate warship posing as a merchant. I don't like those. Medium pirate warship attacking a jump away. Well, if they're up here, we'll find them. And entering this system. I like those. And then a light pirate, a jump away. Okay. And look, there's a job going, another passenger to the quark planet of Humanica. And something going back to Rand. So good, we'll get some work done. What about over here to Glaze? 40 tons of mercury. We got to get rid of that Navy ship first, though. We'll go back to Glaze. What do they paying? Still paying well for food. So we'll buy a bunch of food and we will make sure to leave more than 80 tons available. And I'm going to pay off the entire bank loan. So we're in good shape. Plus I got all these ships to sell, which is crazy. Oh, there's the ship entering. Never a doubt with this many ships that we're going to take him out. It's a Firebird. Yay. Well, he's pretty heavily manned. But we got him. Now I've only got 8 crew to run my ship. I'm gonna land again and get some crew back. Oh, and I forgot to go to the spaceport to get Amy. Oh well. Better do that. Trading. Made some money on that. Job board. Another light pirate job. And another 4 passengers to Rand. Let's buy foods again and leave. And now go to the spaceport. You meet up with Amy and load the seeds and plant cuttings onto your ship. Looks good. Heads back to Rand. Or so, how do you plan to seed the whole planet with these anyway? She says, my idea is to just disperse them in a few different locations and trust that they will spread out over the next decade or so. We pick plants that are hardy and can spread rapidly. Sounds good to me. Or what happens if the plants are too invasive and choke out all the local wildlife? Well, she says in order to keep the planet climate on Rand dynamic, they're going to need regular asteroid impacts every few decades. Gonna keep pummeling the planet with asteroids. If these plants are too invasive, they could just wait an extra decade or so in between impacts and let the desert creep back in and kill off all the invasive plants. Okay, I guess that would work. Or wait, they're going to have to keep smashing asteroids into their world to in perpetuity to maintain the new environment? Well, for a century or so. Only for a century or so. For a century or so, yes, she says. But that's a whole lot more economical than vaporizing the ice caps using traditional terraforming equipment. Come on, let's get back to Rand. You betcha. Oh boy. Hope we don't get in trouble for this. Hey, the Navy ship was right there monitoring the whole thing. Wow, that was messy. But we captured a clipper and a headhunter. Getting quite a little fleet. And these are barbs. Our mule can carry one of them. But there are four. So we're going to destroy the others. And we're going to take this clipper before the Navy can destroy it. Yes. And then let's get back to Rand. Holy smokes. And now we got a fighter. I think I'm going to sell it. Don't particularly like using fighters. Not unless you've got a bunch of them. And then they're kind of expendable, and they're like 200,000 credits apiece. So that's not good. There is a fighter, a way to do fighters that I like. Hopefully get into that later. When you get back to Rand, Amy has you fly in a random path a few kilometers above the surface while she periodically dumps loads of seeds and plant material out of the airlock. In the process, you fly through several rainstorms. This world's climate has indeed been altered, but you can't help wonder how a few tons of seed spread out over the entire surface of a planet is really going to help anything. Then you meet up with Eric and Alaric. Eric is elated. We just got a massive rainstorm here, he says. We haven't had that much precipitation in a decade. Eric, I bet there were horrendous flash floods. Alaric is less enthusiastic. Flash floods washed out the road through the canyon, he says, and very nearly flooded out the mines, too. Oh, flooded one of the mines, too. Amy says it will take a year or two for things to begin to settle down. Then we can figure out what our next steps should be. I just hope we haven't made things worse than they were, says Alaric. He hands you your payment of 60,000 credits. Anyway, thanks for your help, Blue. It sounds like there's nothing more to be done here for the time being. Well, that's good. We'll take their money. Crazy. Crazy adventure. Okay, spaceport. You are approached by one of the locals with a cart loaded with glittering ore. Greetings, Captain. Can I convince you to take this gold for 4,000 credits? I must liquidate this quickly to afford my loan payments. That's a good price for gold. What will you do? Yeah, that's not gold. I'm not interested. Please, I beg you, I need the credits. How about 3,000? I said I'm not interested. Please reconsider. I'll be ruined if I don't get some credits soon. How about 2,000? Yeah, no, it's a scam. I refuse. Go away. Humph, I hope you crash into an asteroid. Little does he know, I just landed on one and had it crash into the planet. The seller drives their cart over to the landing pad of a newly arrived ship, perhaps hoping to have better luck with a different captain. Yeah, he's not selling a wheelbarrow full of gold, I can tell you that. All right, another pirate job. Another pirate entering the system. A marauder interceptor a jump away. A light pirate warship a jump away. A light pirate warship entering the system. And then one posing as a merchant. I am going to fly down to where is the nearest shipyard? What is this? Escort a herd of subsidiaries to Green Rock in the Shala system. That's a pirate world. They charge you to land there. If I'd conquered them or dominated them and could land there for free, that might be worthwhile, but no. I'm going to go down to Dabaha, New Britain, where they have a shipyard and sell all these ships. But first, I guess, I got to get a couple more. What are the port situation? What do they need down there? They need heavy metals. So, buy some heavy metals, hire crew, and depart. Like another raven. And a splinter. I like splinters. And an argosy and a clipper. And a sparrow. You board the warbath, swallow, or sparrow, but find no crew aboard. When you reach the cockpit of the ship, you look out into space to see an escape pod floating away. The warbath is emitting a distress signal to nearby pirates, and a self-destruct sequence has been activated. You run back to your ship and get ready to fight. Do I, though? There's a scrounger I can capture. protector. Yeah, I can't even capture that. Does it have anything I want to steal? Not really. Quad modified blaster turret. Take that. Alright, let's get out of Dodge. Everybody make it? We lost a grasshopper. Well, we're going to have to replace it with something. Knew we would have to do that anyway. It's just an interceptor, and we really should have at least a heavy warship at this point. Let's capture that pirate before we go any further. Ooh, do I have enough crew left to capture Raven? Not really. 60% chance. I got it. But I only have 2 crew. My ship requires like 19 to operate. There's that Navy ship scanning me. I landed. Okay. Holy smokes. Look at this. Look at all these ships I've got. Oh, I didn't lose anybody. I still got a grasshopper. Okay. Look at these. I could sell them intact for 11 million credits. That's a lot. Let's see what they have to plunder, though, because I bet there's some good stuff in here. Heavy lasers, particle cannons, quad modified blaster turret, tractor beam, heavy anti-missile turret, Gatling gun, meteor missiles, liquid nitrogen cooler. Definitely want that. Big old shield generator. Definitely might want that. And then some big modified shields. Fission reactor. Let's keep that. And let's keep all of the atomic thrusters and see which of my other ships I can use those on. Yeah. And then any reverse thrusters. Oh, they sell those here. So good. Okay. So now probably under 10 million, but I'll still be able to sell them. 7.76 million. What do they sell here that I need? And nothing. So let's go to the outfitter. So I have this modified blaster turret, which takes up 18. The missile turret, which takes up anti-missile turret, which takes up 1. This modified blaster turret. So I'm going to sell my heavy laser turret, sell my modified blaster turret, and I'm going to install 2 of the modified quad blaster turrets that I captured. Beautiful. And let's see. I'm not going to keep this. I'm not going to keep that one. Yep. And I keeping that. I've already got a fission reactor. Oh, I got 5 of them in storage. That's why. And I've got a 12 and 25, so 37 steering. This is 38. I have room for it. So let's do that. Sell that and that and install that one. That gives me a little quicker turning. They didn't have any interesting weapons, unfortunately. All right, my grasshoppers have good steering and such. My mule, I've got atomics in, and so do I in my Firebird. So unless I want to buy another medium warship and equip it that way, I think I'm good. So I'm going to sell those. Sell and sell and install and sell and sell. The fission reactor, I'm going to sell the nuclear fake and install the fission reactor. That means I got to install a better shield or coolant, which I will. Got to install. There we go. Liquid nitrogen cooler. And I still have 2 heavy laser turrets. Okay. My mule. Same thing. And I need to sell my water coolant and buy a liquid nitrogen cooler and a water cooler. How about just cooling ducts? Nope, not enough. I'm making some heat. Oh, I've got a afterburner installed. Yeah. If I get rid of the afterburner, can I switch so that it'd be 44? Nope. Oh, yeah, it would. So let's get rid of the afterburner and switch and get back the afterburner. Good. Um, Still need that extra cooling from another water coolant system. Okay, good. My mule. And yeah, everything's good. So let's see what I've still got in storage. Oh, this shielding and fission reactors. So now I have 12 million credit. Definitely want to go somewhere I can spend that. Weren't we going to buy? Oh, you know what? When we were up in high space, we saw that massive luxury liner. That would be a great flagship. Let's go up there and get one of those. On the dirt near your laundry landing pad is a large wagon hitched to a draft horse and loaded down with furniture and various farming implements. A family is gathered in the shade of the cart, and several goats and sheep are tied up behind it. Approach the farmers. The farmers introduce themselves in Jim and Annette Patterson. Their kids are Aaron, Kyle, and Sarah. Any chance you've got space for 10 tons of livestock? Asked Jim. The droughts the last few years have been fierce. We're hoping to get a new homestead on Sunracer. We have 163,000 credits saved for payment. That sounds good. Sure, I'll be glad to take you there. All right, off to Sunracer. Let's see. We mining, light pirate warship, uh, glaze, glaze, glaze. And those are all to glaze. Let's take these. Let's go down to the Quarg world, meet some Quargs, and see that little flash and that sound? That's the Quarg ship using their jump drives. Say farewell to passengers, passengers. And we got some money. Okay. Outfitter. Do we have a map? We do. I don't think they sell anything fancy here. Quark never sells any of their tech. Spaceport. A woman in a suit walks up to you and says, "Pardon me, Captain. I represent a recently deceased client here on Humanica whose legal papers need to be delivered to next of kin on Lycan in the Atria system. Would you be willing to do some courier work? The papers must be delivered by October 9th, and you will be paid 100,000 credits." Uh, it is what, September 25th? That's 2 weeks to get to, I'm not sure where that is. Lycan in the Atria system. Yeah, I'm going to decline. Let's see where Lycan in the Atria system is. We go to find Lycan. Oh, it was right down there. It was on the way. Should have done it. Oh well. Okay. Well, we're gotta go to Glaze. Let's go to Rostbon first. Or let's go to Sargass. They sell some goodies there. They sell grenades. I want to get some grenades. Still don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that guy. Maybe if I go to high space, he'll stay behind. All right, the outfitter in Sargus. They have something that I want for my ships. They have limit breakers. I want everybody to have one of those for sure. And they also sell nerve gas, but what I'm interested in is frag grenades. Going to buy 40 frag grenades. They have a 1.3 capture attack, which is great. That's what I want. And what else they got? Not seeing much else I need. Okay. Nope. All right. Jobs. Designer suits to glaze. Let's try and lose this guy and go to glaze. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't think he has the fuel to make it all the way back without stopping. Wish your passenger the best of luck. Drop off cargo. Drop off cargo. JJ meets you as soon as you land. Good job evading that Navy gunboat, he says. They knew I was gathering information on the base. It's no wonder they had someone following me. The Republic's intelligence gathering capabilities are vast, far beyond anything we can match. I can only guess, or we can muster. I can only guess how they knew you were involved and kept an eye on you. What should I do now that the Republic is watching me? Keep your head low. You're compromised, so I can't ask you to do any more recon work for us. As long as you don't cause them any trouble, they'll likely eventually leave you alone. We have a great number of merchants helping us, and as capable as the Republic is, they can only keep an eye on so many people at a time. JJ takes the information and photos you gathered and pays you 80,000 credits. I'll be sure to let the rest of the Free Worlds Council know how helpful you have been. Thank you. What are you going to do with the information? Free Worlds Council, what's that? Full of questions, aren't we? JJ chuckles. The Council is a collection of leaders born out of what used to be the Southern Mutual Defense Pact. It includes myself and a few others. We are currently responsible for commanding the militias of the Free Worlds, and should it come to it, we will be the commanding officers in a war with the Republic. Now, if you'll excuse me, Captain, I have other work to attend to, JJ says. If you wish to continue helping us, I'm sure there are others who could call upon you if you go looking for them. Hint, hint. Spaceport. A captain in a Free World uniform enters the spaceport and turns on the megaphone. Attention, the Free Worlds are in need of volunteers able to carry 75 tons of spaceport turrets to winter in the Yed Prior system Solace in the Furcad system, and Cornucopia in the Kappa Centauri system for fortifying the spaceports nearest to the pirates' system of men. Free world ships are currently preoccupied with fighting off a pirate incursion into those systems. We aren't able to spare enough ships for the job. Our hope is that these defenses will deter any future incursions. Payment will be 106,250 credits for the first captain who accepts. Spaceport falls quiet as captains contemplate the officer. I'll do it. Free World's captain thanks you for offering your help. Spaceport workers load the turrets onto your ship, and the captain tells you to return to Glaze once you have dropped off the turrets for payment. Trading. Sell. What? Where do I have to go? All right. Light pirate warship. One entering the system. Okay. And then I've got 36 tons of milling machines to Solace. And the disaster has occurred. Deliver 46 tons of relief. So let's go there first. And we can expect trouble. Let's see what we got in the shipyard. Can buy an Argosy or a hauler or a clipper. Argosy, 4,200, 2,600. Hauler, better hull, fewer shields. Let's buy 2 haulers. Wait a minute. What weapons do they carry? 4 gun ports and 3 turret mounts. Oh, no, sorry. That's wrong. 4 gun ports, 2 gun ports, 4 turrets, Argosy hulls, 4 gun ports, 2 turrets. How about one of each? Buy. Let's call it the Matrix. And buy. And we'll see if either of them survive. We'll call it the Pyramid. All right. So let's configure these guys. Heavy anti-missile turret. Yeah, no. I want blasters. Missiles. Don't want missiles. Beam lasers. Fuel tanks. 1, 2. Thermionic. That's fine. And got plenty of power. Okay. So that's good. And what about the Argosy? Energy blasters. I don't want those. I need to get rid of the reverse thruster. No, I don't. And I need to get rid of some missiles. Don't want missiles. And there we go. All right. And everything else looks good. We have plenty of room on this ship, so I'm going to buy another shield generator and a small radar jammer. Oh, no, I'm not. I need to buy 2 field tanks. Yep. Okay. They're both set up. having trouble with pirates around this area. Drop off your cargo of disaster relief supplies and collect your payment. And we dropped off the turrets. I'm assuming light pirate warship has been attacking. We'll go over here to Beta Lupi and then Furkhead. Look for that. A lot of pirates out here. And we're going to run into another one in Furkhead. Holy smokes, it's just all pirates all the time here. Drop off your cargo of milling machines. Crazy. They have a liquid helium cooler. Wonder if that would be good for my mule. Nah, it's fine. Wait, do they sell the... Yeah, that's like 2 of those. Yeah, no, don't need it. Okay. Let's make sure none of these guys have any crazy items. All right, and off to winter in the Yed Prior system. I collected a whole passel of ships again. Last of the defenses were installed, so off we go. Back to glaze. 61 tons of iron to glaze. And what do we have here? Marauder ship has been attacking merchants, so it's out here in Furcad. So we'll run into it on the way. Holy smokes, where did those guys come from? Up. Let's jump out of dodge. Man, there's a lot of pirate activity down there. Gotta get some tough ships and take all those out. And landing on Glaze. Sell some of these ships. Not all. Drop off your cargo of iron. Okay. And that's it. Suddenly you hear raised voices and shouting outside as pilots run for their ships. Darkstone in the Han system is being occupied by a pirate fleet. They are requesting help from any combat-worthy ships. Sure, we'll go down there and attack. What the heck? It's only 2 jumps away. Do we have any ships we want to... Nah, they're all good. Okay. Take our massive fleet down there. Looks like we did lose a grasshopper this time. Pirate ship. Another pirate ship. Clear across the solar system. Government of Darkstone pays you 200,000 credits. Nice. And let's look at their outfitter. Yeah, they don't sell anything worthwhile here. So, do any of these ships have anything worthwhile? Guns or anything? Proton guns? Not really. Okay. Let's go back to Glaze. Let's go over here to New Britain. Or, yeah, I think that's the nearest. What do we got? Mars. How about Zug? Let's go to Zug. I want to get another couple bastions is what I really want. Let's sell all of these ships, including this hauler, for 7 million. And let's strip the outfits out of my little interceptor that's done so well for me. And sell it. And let's buy two bastions. Let's call one the bear, and buy another one, call it the sentinel. Okay, and then we'll have 3 of those when we get up to high space. Go to the outfitter. Let's fit these guys up with heavy lasers, quad blasters, nitrogen cooler, fuel tanks, limit breaker, power supply, and afterburners. Yeah. And give them, instead of afterburners, let's get rid of the Impala thrusters, get Orca steering, and Greyhound thrusters, and an afterburner. Hmm. Hmm. All right, what have I got? This one needs uh, steering and thruster. And this one needs uh, uh, nothing. We're good. All right. And they've got water coolant system and I think we're all set. All right. We got a lot less cargo space, but we got a lot more firepower. Posing as a merchant, posing as a merchant, attacking merchants, entering this system. So we got one entering and one attacking. And we want to get up to 27 people hoping to join a colony. Let's take them. And 177 for electronics. Splinter. And what do we got here? Oh, another bastion. Good. Um, 89% chance to take it. I got it. 240,000 credits. Nice. Plus a bastion. Let's head on out of Dodge. Navy's on the job here. Colonists hand you 286,000. When you land on New Boston and exit your ship, you are stopped by a Navy officer with a group of guards. Captain Gremlin, you are wanted for. The officer pauses and looks down at the tablet in his hand. The unlawful use of an asteroid. No. You are to travel to Earth in the Sol system immediately for questioning. Understood, officer. I wanted for what or run away. I think run away. That would be fun. I wanted for what? The unlawful use of an asteroid, Captain. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I've been told to send you to Earth by November 17th. Your compliance would be much appreciated. All right, hopefully I can get an answer as to what this is about, or I can run away. Oh boy. Well, hopefully we can get an answer. All right, so I like splinters and I like bastions. I just bought some. So let's outfit these guys the way I want to, since I'm going to keep them anyway. Uh, Plasma. I don't want any missiles. So the splinter just has pretty standard. Oh, I've got a plasma cannon cargo. I have 4 plasma cannons on the bastion. That's acceptable. Don't need a tactical scanner. It's got a fusion reactor? Holy smokes. Um, and a liquid nitrogen cooler, still too hot. Um, we may not keep this one. Uh, eh, I'll keep it. What the heck? And then the splinter is a little more normal. Okay, let's head to Earth. Tavern fixtures to Luna. No, that doesn't help us. What do we got here? To captain of the Radical Empress leading a large convoy of ships carrying food. 220,000 to Bale. 3 tourists to see Calda and a tourist to see Vale. And then mill workers to Shroud and Cognac and notorious felon to a penal colony on Featherweight. Uh, let's take the felon to Featherweight. The prisoner is, oh no, prisoner is the notorious felon Dirk Malone, recently convicted for heinous crimes after the authorities spent years tracking him down. The trial was broadcast throughout the galaxy. He smirks as you lock him in your brig. Great. That's just wonderful. Great news. Uh, yeah. Let's go answer to the ask. Maybe we'll get locked up with him. Let's take some food to Earth. Oh, Dirk Malone, the notorious felon, is doing some exercises when you check on him in your brig. It's a long way to Featherweight. I'm using my time well. How about you? Yeah, I'm practicing maneuvers. Dirk accepts his dinner of canned slop. I know some taverns on pirate planets with better dishes. You should check them out sometime. How do you find, I mean, is that in the grocery store? Canned slop? Dirk says, oh God, I have to listen to this guy the whole way. Dirk says, Featherweight is so far away. We could go for what? A week? 2 weeks? Why not just drop me off at the nearest pirate planet? Whatever it is, they're paying you. I'll pay more. I'm already in trouble with the authorities for dropping asteroids on planets. Dirk says, sorry about the hired guns. My friends must have found out you're transporting me. You could make things a lot easier on yourself if you just drop me off at the nearest pirate planet. What hired guns? I'm landing on Earth. You are quickly escorted from the crowded Earth spaceport to a court building in a wealthy district of the city and asked multiple questions pertaining to the events on Rad. Why did you purposefully crash an asteroid into a planet? What did you expect to happen? Do you know how many people could have died? You answered to the best of your ability, and after roughly an hour of questioning, you are transferred to a different room where you find Eric, Alaric, and Amy. what, what are we going to do? Don't worry, Alaric says. Our lawyer is on his way right now. We'll all be out of here by the end of the day. Alaric's optimism turns out to be justified, as the lawyer quickly finds that there are no actual laws on the books that define lawful or unlawful uses of an asteroid. Since no one was hurt by the asteroid impact and data that Amy had been collecting shows that Rand's climate has changed for the better so far, the case is quickly dropped and you are escorted back to your ship. Before you're able to leave, Amy stops you. Could you meet me in the spaceport bar, Captain? I have some good news to share with you. Great, we're going to drop another asteroid on another planet. Want to bet? Spaceport. You find Amy in a heated discussion with someone about her academy project, affordable terraforming through equilibrium mapping. She takes a sip of her drink and invites you to sit down with them. Hello, Captain. This is Nolan. He works in the Deep's Department of Terraforming Research and Application, and he contacted me after hearing about how we started terraforming Rand. Nolan stretches his hand out to you. Nice to meet you, Captain. Nice to meet you too. I take it you're interested in Amy's ideas? Absolutely. It's an extraordinary concept. And no offense to you, Amy, but it's spectacular that someone of such little experience would imagine such a method of terraforming. Amy continues, Nolan wants to help pursue research of my terraforming techniques. Would you be able to give us a lift to Valhalla and the Epsilon Leonis system? I'll pay you 50,000 credits. Sure, I'll be glad to take you there, along with this pirate. All right. Uh, let's go to the outfitter. And see. If we go up to Valhalla, we can actually get some better weaponry for our stupid uh, bastions that we bought and captured. And we have a job up there anyway. Retrieve a package from Center. Oh, we never went down to Center to get it. Oh well. There's no time delivery on it. 111 tons of depleted uranium. Yep, we can take that. 15 tons. 6 passengers to Thrall. Let's take that. And then we'll go up to Epsilon Leonis. Somewhere along here, I think that the pirates are going to try and free our prisoner here. We'll be ready. Molly, stop talking. Pirates incoming. Wish your passengers the best of luck on Thrall and collect your payment. Do we still have that mission? Yep. Oh no. What's this? Subsea tours. Sorry guys, I don't have time for this one. I got too many other things going on. Let's take some food to Valhalla. A Leviathan? I don't think I have this. not a chance I can take him. I can take his laser turrets. Oh no. I think those were there to free our pirate. I think they're following us. Yep, they're back there. Wow. So we got the two big ones. This other troop, I think, is the ones trying to free our little pirate. And we're going to get to Valhalla. Maybe cook up a surprise for everybody before we. Drop off your cargo. Whole journey to Valhalla, Amy and Nolan discuss the multiple planets within the dirt belt that would be perfect candidates for terraforming. Nolan and I will spend the next few months here researching my theories, Amy says as she steps off your ship. I'll make sure to contact you once we're ready to try terraforming another planet. She hands you 50,000 credits, then follows Nolan out of the spaceport. All right. Outfitter. Let's get those and get some heavy laser turrets. And that will be good. All right, so this one, uh, weapons, 4, 2, and 1. Good. Full engine and plenty of cooling. All right, and 700. Okay, this one 3, 1, 2. Plenty of fuel, plenty of power. Engines. Okay. And an afterburner. And plenty of fuel. Oh, cooling. Cooling looks good. Cooling is good. Fuel is good. Power's good. Okay, they're all set. How about my splinter? My splinter, I'd rather have heavy lasers than proton guns, and I'd rather have heavy laser turrets than, and I'd rather have a bigger power. And that's good. And then I want to take an engineering room with me. All right. 2.82 million credits still, and let's hit the job board. 94 scientists want some research notes analyzed on Hermes. They pay 1.5 million. It's there and back. Wow. Problem is I've got all of these ridiculous pirates after me. And a job, 94 tons of zinc to the frontier world of Mabusta. 196 tons of dehumidifiers. So let's take both of those and let's go to Splashdown first. And they need equipment. Here they come. And we're leaving. Here's some more. Hope to drop him off before he can catch me. There's some more. Made it to Splashdown. Drop off our cargo. And then out to Mabusta. We're gonna deliver you, Dirk. off your cargo of zinc, cognac, and Dirk grins as well-armed guards arrive to escort him off your ship. Hey guys, good to be back. Did you miss me? I won't be here for long. You collect your payment of 53,000 credits as they leave. Is that all I got paid for that? Yikes. Okay. Job board. Escort. 3 escorts. Entering this system, I'll take. Let's see if we survive this. Wiped him out. Got paid a lot. Captain of Jaina's Dragons. Got them all there. So, good enough. Warship, merchant ship, warship ship. Attacking merchants that jump away. Jump away. Entering this system. Take that. Old hauler named the Humpty Dumpty. Attacking a jump away, a jump away. All right, so they're either going to be there or there. Let's see. Let's go to let's take the job for Prime. We'll go here first, then to Rigel, then to Prime. And Prime is looking for metal. I don't have enough crew. That's why we got to get that big luxury ship. I'm not even going to look for other jobs. Well, I will. Jobs. No. Brandy to Prime. Indium to Prime. Nope. Okay. Could be a whole lot of pirates waiting here. Only a couple. I can take only a couple. There's our hauler. capture it. And then let's get on to Prime. Drop off our cargo, and let's see about selling some ships. You know what? I think I'm just going to keep them. Oh, look, and energy cannons. I like those. And anybody have a modified? Nope. Blaster pistols. I like those. Antique rifle, frag grenades, and laser rifles. I'll take all of those and put them in my flagship. Blaster pistols. Okay. And these guys have, let's see how much fuel. Let's give them all 400, so 3 Firebird 400, 3 well, 2 is the best I can do. 600 by 1 and 400 by 3. 2 is the best I can do. All right, so sell outfit expansions and job board. Holy smokes, lots of jobs available in Prime. Merchant ship, attacking merchants, merchant ship, mining, merchant ship, entering this system. Yep, nope, we're just going up to high space. We're not going to take any of those. And that's it. We're going to buy some serious firepower while we're up there. Or something. There we are. I can get rid of my crew. Actually, look at jobs. Do I have any escort? Cloudfire, escort. Yes, I do. So, escort job to Cloudfire. I like these because they pay really well and they have ships that attack you. And let's see. I want to find where I can buy a heavy transport ship called the Space Liner, the Centipede. I can buy one at High Home. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to High Home and Now we can do some horse trading here. All right. Um, Shipyard. You're browsing the shipyard. You are discreetly approached by a hooded figure. When you stop to see what they want to say, they grab and pull on your arm to follow them. Keep walking, the stranger hisses. After pointing at and commenting at random ships as if to mimic the actions of a regular passerby, they address you again. My associates and I have a lucrative business proposition for you. It will require your undivided attention, so you would do well to finish any ongoing business first. If you are interested, come find us at these coordinates. Just before leaving, they add, we note you operate multiple ships. However, this is a solitary affair. Make sure you can park most of your ships. Without waiting for a response, they fold a piece of paper into your hand before quickly fading into the crowd. It lists only a location, and if you cross reference it with the local maps, it appears to point to a beach on the other side of the planet. However, the paper also mentions that you need to have at least 10 million credits in cash. You'll have to save up or take a loan and then come back another day before heading to the specified location. Yeah, Centipede is 11 million, and they also sell a light warship, the Lightning Bug, but they sell the heavy warship, the Shield Beetle. It's 34 million credits. Uh, wow. Between the two of them, that's 45 million credits. How much am I even worth? I am worth 36 million credits. So no, not quite there yet. Um, but I do have to get this space liner, the Centipede, and I think I'm going to sell uh, the Mule, this Hauler, this Falcon. I'm going to keep my Bastions and my Firebirds. So let's strip the heavy lasers, save those. Energy cannons, save those. Heavy laser turrets, save those. Heavy anti-missile turrets, save those. Liquid nitrogen coolers, save that. Small radar jammers, save those. Line breakers, save that. Regular fuel tank. They have better shielding here. Breeder reactor, fission reactor, save that. Battery packs I'm not worried about. They have perfectly good engines. So, there we go. So let's sell those 5 ships. Shipyard. And sell. For 8 million, that leaves me 12 million, and that allows me to buy my Centipede. And I'm going to name her Wine Stick Echo. She is going to be the Echo. The Echo. And let's go to the Bastion. And first off, let's fire the crew. Don't need them. And let's go to the goodies. That I have. Get rid of all those. And Then I will make this my flagship, load all this up. And load up my engineering room, my brig, and my fuel tank. Lose the cuttlefish jammers. Willow wall cooling's all right. Lose the tracker pods. Anti-missile is good. And I don't really want any weapons on this. So I'm just going to leave her like that. Now, I'm definitely going to add the radar jammers though. And I'm going to install a holovid zone which will hide any illegal stuff that I bring on board, which is a nice feature. Okay, my centipede is all set up. Now, I have my and let's install a limit breaker. Yes. And then everything else I've got is good. Okay, let's finish our escort job. We'll leave stuff in storage there. We'll finish our escort job to Cloudfire, and we should what do we have in storage? Lots. And what do we have in cargo? Ion thrusters. Okay. So, hire crew. Hire a full load of crew and depart. There we are. Here they come. That is an armor. See if I can capture it. Oh, it got blown up. Let's try that again. It comes from this direction. Got it. All right, we captured it. Let's finish our mission. And we got a bunch of little medium warships. Oh, and another shield beetle. Let's just land. Looks like there's a war going on. drop off our cargo in inverters and harvesters, and the captain thanks us. Drop off our cargo of cadmium, and look at this. We now have a armor beetle. 11,000 hull, 35,000 shield. Carries 2 cannons. Let's make sure everybody has a quantum keystone, shall we? Who doesn't? This guy. Why not? All right. And value detectors, don't need. Has a heliotrope regenerator, 330 per second. A Mistral cooling, which does a lot, but not enough. And a geode reactor. Okay, so clearly this ship, oh, and has some ion flashbangs, which I'm going to steal. Dual pulse pistols. Capture attack at 2, defense of 1.4. Definitely want those. And I'm going to take the pulse rifles. Beautiful. All right. So, pulse rifles, install. Dual pulse pistols, install. And ion flashbangs, install. Great. And I'm going to go back to High Home and equip this armor beetle. It's crazy. All right. And let's go to this armor beetle. The ion cannons are good. Has 6 tracker pods. For heavy laser turrets. Wow. Um, Definitely needs the liquid nitrogen cooler along with whatever it's got. Oh, and it needs, instead of a boulder reactor and a, well, let's see. It's got plenty of energy. Let's give it a reverse thruster of some sort. Uh, what's it carrying? Let's store one of those and install one of those and give it a reverse thruster. And then need to add a couple of fuel. Yep, there we go. Okay. We have, actually, it has pretty good. Okay. Let's look at shielding for all of these guys. These are 300,000 apiece. Good. And 788,650 with a modified. 6. Let's buy another fuel. 7 and 650 with the modified. Okay. And there we go. 3.2 million. And we have a lot of bunks. We can capture just about anything. Let's take these jobs to Greenwater, and then we'll get out of high space. Although, let's take a look how much we could borrow. We can borrow 15. And these ships here, just my bastions, sell for 16. Let's look at the job board, see if there's another escort job. I like those where we can capture. Let's take these jobs to Gray Moon and the jobs to Elder Grasp. Wait a minute, what's this one? January 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we can do it. As long as we don't make any other stops. And they don't have a place where we can sell anything, so let's just buy food. Two jumps. Gray Moon, we made it. And let's look at the job board. Do we have an escort job? Yes. Beautiful. Let's capture another armor beetle. And then we'll call it a night. Let's make sure we're still transmitting. We'll see how Twitch works. Okay, looks like it. Is the sound working still? Yep, looks like it. Okay, here we go. We're done. Gonna buy. Gonna hire a full crew, and we're gonna park, and we're gonna make a jump. Somewhere along the way, we'll run into an armor beetle, and we'll attack it and hopefully win. Probably in this system. There it is. Get it, guys. And this is too easy. Modified aphid and a questing tick. It's like only one of my modified aphids made it. I'm gonna sell it anyway. And lo and behold, I got another armor beetle. Okay, that's enough for now. We'll configure this armor beetle and head out to normal space with some serious firepower and extremely capable, lots of bunks, a lot of Marines, room for a lot of Marines in our flagship, and put some serious hurt on some pirates. And hopefully they won't put too much serious hurt on us. Okay, hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.